You ever notice how some things just work? They feel intuitive, like they were designed just for you. And then there are the other things, the ones that make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Well, there's a secret behind that difference, and it's called design thinking. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this incredibly powerful idea.
So, let's start with something we've all done. Picture this. You're walking up to a big glass door. It's got a handle, so you push, and nothing. For a split second, you feel kind of silly, and then you see the tiny pull sign. We've all been there, right? Well, here's the big secret. It's not you, it's the door. Seriously, that little moment of confusion is a perfect example of a design fail. Your brain is wired to see certain signals. A flat plate means push, a handle means pull. When a design goes against those deep-seated instincts, it's not the user who's wrong. It's a design that completely ignored how real humans think and act.
And that frustrating door, that's just the tip of the iceberg. These little design fails are literally everywhere, and they all point to one huge mistake we make over and over. We fall in love with our solution before we even understand the real problem.
So how do we break out of that trap? What if we could learn to see the world a little differently? What if we learned to put on a designer's glasses, and instead of just focusing on what's broken, we get obsessed with asking why it's broken? This is a huge shift, because it means we don't start with the problem, we start with the people. And this powerful way of looking at the world, it has a name: design thinking. And let's get one thing straight right away. This is not about making things pretty. It's a real, structured method for coming up with innovative solutions, and it's used by some of the most creative companies on the planet.
I mean, just listen to how Tim Brown, the CEO of the legendary design firm IDEO, puts it. He says it's this perfect sweet spot where three circles overlap: what people truly need, what technology can actually do, and what's viable for a business. The real innovation, the magic, happens right there in the middle.
Or if you want it even simpler, look at Stanford University, which is a huge hub for this stuff. They just boil it down to its essence. It's a method for solving problems creatively. That's it. It's not magic, it's a process. A process that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn.
So if you take away one thing, it's this: design thinking is human-centered. It means that no matter what you're creating, a door handle, a new app, a better workflow for your team, you always start by putting people, their needs, their frustrations, their hopes, right at the very heart of the process.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Well, this isn't just a philosophy, it's a super practical, hands-on framework. Let's walk through the 5 key steps of the design thinking process.
It starts with Empathize. This is where you get out of the building and actually watch, listen, and talk to the people you're trying to help. Then, with all those rich insights, you define the core problem you're going to tackle. After that, it's time to ideate, and this is the fun part. It's basically a massive brainstorming session where no idea is too crazy. Next, you prototype. Now, this doesn't mean building the final thing. It means creating a quick, cheap, simple model. It could even be made of cardboard and tape, just to make your idea tangible. And finally, you test. You put that rough prototype in front of real users, see what works, see what breaks, and learn. It's a cycle, a loop of constant learning and improvement.
And the reason this process is so powerful is that it forces you to slow down and make sure you're not just solving a problem, but that you're solving the right problem. It stops you from wasting months or even years building something magnificent that absolutely nobody wants.
As user experience expert Jesse James Garrett says here, it's all about weaving that understanding of people into every single thing you do. It's not a step you check off a list, it becomes the lifeblood of the entire project.
And here's maybe the most important part of all this. You do not need to be a designer to use design thinking. This is a superpower for anyone who solves complex problems. Are you a teacher trying to engage your students? A manager trying to improve your team's morale? An entrepreneur with a new idea? This toolkit is for you.
So, I'll leave you with this thought. Think about your own world, that frustrating process at work, that confusing website you always struggle with, that big project you're stuck on. Now that you have this framework, what problem will you start to solve differently?